I was 6 years old when I first started using substances. It was first a cigarette and alcohol. It was whiskey. Both of my parents were alcoholic addicts. My father died when I was 10 due to drug complications. And I started addictively using alcohol when I was 12. I was immersed into an addictive culture. I was around drugs. I sold drugs. Drugs were just an integral part of my being. It was a part of my community. It was a way of life. And that's the only way of life that I knew. I had heard of rehab centers, but there's a stigma associated with it. And also even just saying it, there's like a bad taste in my mouth due to the conditioning that I've been given, due to the narrative that addicts are immoral or that they're less than. So before I got into recovery, to my knowledge, I have never met a person in recovery or who stopped using alcohol or drugs. So that was just not part of my reality. I needed a way to cope. I needed a way to relieve the anxiety from all of the trauma. And alcohol was that solution for many, many years. I searched in the wrong places for a solution. I searched in the easy places, the places that I was familiar with, that I was comfortable with, until it just continued to cause more and more misery. But because I didn't have any other option, that was what I went to. Even when the relief was no longer there, I still sought it. It was years of being beaten down, trying every which way. I tried to educate myself on how to quit drinking. I tried to use a spiritual path to try to quit drinking. I tried many different options. I tried to learn myself into experience, and that didn't work. And so fast forward to my failed suicide attempt, that was the real breaking point. It was either actually complete the act or find recovery. I chose Willamette Family because it was the best option available. The efficacy with treatment with this facility, with Willamette Family, was the greatest out of the options that I had. The services and programs that stood out and continue to stand out at Willamette Family compared to other treatment services is the wraparound care, from physicians to peer support to psychiatrists, to going further down into mental health, and also the longevity of staying with the client from residential 3.5 all the way down to 3.0 and 2.5. Wraparound care is essential. The statistics show that people with substance use disorders have a variety of comorbidities, have a variety of mental health disorders. They also have a lot of physical ailments that have not been attended to for many years. And so first getting into recovery, I've heard from a lot of people and also from the literature, but my story, I had a lot of ailments to deal with, and it was overwhelming. And so for someone to be able to direct me and give me the space and the patience to be able to take care of all of these things, because my addiction isn't just me not picking up a drink. It's my mental health, it's my physical body, it's the pain that I deal with. And that wraparound care is essential for long-term recovery. I didn't have any resources besides what Willamette Family was offering. And so with the offering of going to the Grand, it allowed me time and space to be able to accumulate some resources so I could go get an apartment, so I could go get a vehicle, so that way I have means to be able to push my life further. And they provided the foundation, the stepping stones in order to be able to get to that place. There were several obstacles that prevented me from coming to Willamette Family. IV drug users are more of a priority, even according to the OADPC, compared to those whose main substance is alcohol. And so that transfers over into treatment of care. And because my substance of choice is alcohol, my level of severity is lowered compared to an IV user. Thus, it took me 6 weeks to get a bed into residential treatment. With that being said, I lived in another city. I didn't have reliable transportation. So what I had to do in order to maintain requirements to be on the wait list was quit my job, cut my lease, and make myself homeless for 6 weeks in order to receive a bed in residential. I literally had to give up every aspect of my life to seek out treatment. I was at a point in my life, I had two choices. Either drink myself to the bitter end or attempt treatment. I came into seeking treatment knowing that I was fighting for my life. I had no other options. Either treatment was gonna work or it wasn't, and I was gonna choose death. So I put everything I had into seeking treatment, everything. Since going through the programs, I've been able to achieve a new way of living, which sounds simple, but it's an entirely new perspective on life. I used to see everything in a dark, shrouded cloud, hate in every pore of my being. And since going through the programs, I got a glimmer of hope, this little shiny thing, which has now gotten bigger. And the more that I stay in recovery, the bigger that hope gets. So the biggest thing I've gained from going through the programs is a sense of hope. My name is Sam, and Willamette Family offered me the space and compassion to build a foundation with which I will live the rest of my life.